It's week 3 of Praxis, and we've just been going over a couple different resources on how to plan your career. And not only plan your career, but how to have a strategy for going through your career and progressing through different experiences and projects that allows you to have something flexible enough that you're not trapped in one career forever, but have something solid enough that you're able to effectively use your skills to actually create value. The first thing that we've been asked to do is to pick one insight from the week's content that we strongly agree with. In an essay written by the author of Wait But Why, he talked about replacing the question, what am I good at and how can I use that, with what could I become good at and what can I do to reach that skill. When you're coming towards a career, you're not always skilled at it immediately. And most of us, starting out, we don't have very many skills. That's why so many people go to college. But I really love the idea, shifting that to say, here's what I'm good at, and here's what I could become good at. I'm really good at learning, and I love these subjects, and I know that for my career, I could do very well in this place in the future, even though I don't have experience with it right now. I have the ability to become good and excel in that area. The second question was, what's one insight from this week's content that you disagree with or feel doesn't apply to you? The other piece of content from week 3 was Mark Andreessen's guide to career planning. And his disclaimer at the beginning was what caught me. It said that his posts were aimed at high potential people who want to excel throughout their careers and make a significant impact on their fields and in the world. I don't have a problem with that. It's the part afterwards when he said that they were not aimed toward, is people who have a high priority for work-life balance and who want to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, it could possibly be that his career posts actually didn't apply to me because I do hold work-life balance and a healthy lifestyle as a high priority. But I believe that that's something that doesn't have to go against what he was saying. I think that you need work-life balance, even if it means your work is part of your life or, your life's work. This is something that we're always trying to integrate because you don't want to only be working and not actually living. I do think that when we do things that are meaningful for us personally, it impacts everything we do for everyone else. So that was one thing, that a disclaimer for Mark Andreessen's post that I didn't think needed to be put there. The third question was, what's one item on your top shelf of the priority shelf? Let's build up my priority shelf. What I put on the top was Praxis, because that's really a non-negotiable. I need to put my all into Praxis. I need to get everything I can out of Praxis because I'm not going to college and I don't have a lot of other options as to getting started in my career. Whereas Praxis not only gives me an option to get started in my career, but it's all about giving me tools to continually do this even in other settings when I don't have, higher ups saying, come on, you need to get this done. When I don't have a specific syllabus of things that are going on in the following months. These tools that they're teaching me, like designing your website and putting out blog posts, are things that will teach me to continue creating value for others and have very good career prospects in the future simply by building up my personal brand. So that's something that I know I need to be taking advantage of with Praxis, and that's why Praxis is in my non-negotiables bowl at the top of the shelf. The first level of my shelf, the smallest one where my highest priorities are, what I've put in there is the t-shirt company that I've started with my boyfriend. We both are passionate about this idea that you want to have lots of different methods of income. You don't want to have just one thing that's your job, and if you lose that, you're screwed. You want to be able to be writing books or be making value on your website or have a podcast, have your own business, have an online store, which is what we've started, in order to not spread yourself too thin, but to have a couple different areas where you're able to focus on getting income from there. And if it goes under, you'll have something else lined up to work on, and if it succeeds, then that's one more thing going for you. So I want to focus on the t-shirt company that we've started. I also want to focus on improving my animation skills and using them in the content I create, in my blog posts, in any videos I create, because animation is something that's very important to me and that I think will be able to help me improve my skills in the long run, and make myself stand out. In the middle shelf, which is slightly bigger, but still full of those things you want to focus on, but not have too many so that you don't get overwhelmed, I've put the photography work that I do. I love photography and I want to be able to focus on it more. I don't have an immediate way to make photography a priority in my work, so it's in the middle shelf. It can become a higher priority. I want to focus on it, but it is not the highest priority at the moment. I've also put in the middle shelf the children's book I'm writing, which I think is going to be a great thing because I want to publish it. I want it to be something that, you know, kids can read and learn from it. I'm very passionate about the story that I've created and the artistic skills it teaches me. But it's a bit of a larger undertaking that I know I can't get done all at once, and that though I do need to give it focus, I can't be giving it all my focus right now because it's not something I've done before. It's not something that I know I'll get results from. My low priority is pretty much all of the other creative pursuits that I have taken up over the years. Like, I want to learn piano improv, I want to learn tap dancing, I want to learn to paint. These are things that it'd be great if I could do them in the future, but they are definitely not top priorities. So they are on the lowest and largest shelf. And then in my must not do wastebasket, pretty much just those things that waste your time but you love to do. Like, you scroll through Facebook, you scroll through artists on Tumblr. I love looking at art on Tumblr, but it's not something that actually adds any value to my life. Also in that bucket are computer games, video games, and TV shows that I would be playing or watching on my own. I'm okay with doing it for social activities because I do feel that adds, you know, a little bit of value to my life. But doing it on my own, the only value I can gain from that is if I'm watching, you know, instructional documentaries. If I'm just watching a comedy show, I could be doing better. That's my overview of the content we've been going through in week 3 of module 1 of Praxis. Thanks for listening.